Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Weeb Things. Welcome back and all that. I am Cedric still solo. Haven't found anybody else I want to invite to this thing, or at least try to even consider that, as I've just been dealing with the internet thing, which had a moment's reprieve. I thought I was actually in the clear, but apparently no, I can go fuck myself. Was not the case. Not the point, though. Not what this is for. I should probably steer clear of that. But yeah, so it is, it's supposed to be Friday the 14th, I believe. I'm pre-recording it, Tad. But a lot of new stuff has come out for winter 2022, my mistake. And I figured, why not? I guess this is going to be a thing I try to do weekly, or something. I'm not so sure. But, I figured I'd kind of rattle off a couple of the things that I've been watching so far, things I'm intrigued by. Not everything has had its first episode launch or anything like that. Like, what's a good example? For instance, Chainsaw Man hasn't aired yet, and I'm extremely excited to watch that, so won't be able to focus on that. But hey, there's a decent chunk of stuff that I can, in fact, fixate on. I'm gonna open right out of the gate with a list of ones, but I guess just briefest of teases. Good God, Attack on Titan's already banging. But yeah, without too much of the normie kind of opinions, I suppose, let's continue on and get going with this episode. Again, a little bit unsure as to how to really roll with all of these, because again, this is a little weird. I'm still solo, and I guess I'm just going to be going off of I'm pretty much just going to talk about the shows that have come out so far, and I have a few other topics to go on to, because I watched some weird shit. I watched some incredibly weird shit, and I just have a lot of that to fucking go talk about, I guess. But yeah, nevertheless, let us continue. Okay, so a quick list of the things that I've watched this week, or week and a half, I guess, maybe. I'm not so sure. The first episode of Attack on Titan, Season 4, Part 2. A lot of weird caveats to that. Sabikui Bisco? Rust Eater Bisco, I think. That's how I'm supposed to be saying that that name. I'm not so sure. I'm gonna keep opinions out and just rattle off names here. Arifureta, the strongest sage with the weakest crest. Dress up darling. Realist hero rebuilt the kingdom. World of Leadale, I think. Leadale, I'm not so sure. Leadale no Daichi nite. I'm not so sure. The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt. Tensai Oji no Akaji. Oh fuck that. And Love of Kill. Kurosho? Nope. Kurosho I. Jesus Christ. Alright, the things that I have actually been able to watch that have started in this season. Okay. Oh, and I guess a brief kind of talking point. Paladin, what's it called? Paladin of the End, had its final season, or had its final episode. My mistake. So I guess I can talk on that stuff. But I guess we should probably open up with the maybe not the most whatever, the obvious one I want to talk about. Attack on Titan, already killing it. Oh my God, only one episode in, obviously, but we're seeing, first off, some pretty decent stuff all around with the tension that's going on with the overall performances in general. CG, as it's come back, I guess, it's not awful. It isn't awful. It just isn't what I was wanting to fuck with pretty much at all, and that kind of sucks. I don't love that. So yeah, and not a huge fan of that aspect of it, but hey, I did thoroughly enjoy it returning, and God, it was fun seeing that Mappa decided to what was it again? Oh yeah, they decided to take it upon themselves to animate Zeke's ass, which was quite neat. Didn't need to do that one. That wasn't a part of the manga. But yeah, it's banging already. It's just great. Oh, it's just great. You're kind of seeing. It's effectively. I guess I should open with how it started, huh? Without going heavy detail, I suppose. I don't know, but yeah, it's led in with the whole. Everybody from Marley is invading, and they are making this big, strong push in retaliation to Eren, and it is. Holy shit. Holy shit. There's already been like it left it kind of like a cliffhanger thing, I suppose, where he's like where Aaron's been he's been like pinned down a tad, and who knows what's gonna go on, and oh shit, the what were people calling them in the manga? The cringe team or something? I can't remember. The normal cast has been like released from their cell and stuff like that, and they're trying to, well, they're being requested to come help, I suppose you could say. I'm not so sure how to word exactly that, but yeah, it's too early to really say anything, which is funny that I'm having this discussion even considering. But yeah, it's already banging so hard. It's already so good. And oh my god, if I could do anything, it's almost, I almost want to have the, I almost wanted to do the episode to talk about the song, the fucking opening song. Here, it's actually listed here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. The Rumbling by SIM. I actually meant to look into this band because I was intrigued by it. I want to know what else they've done. Okay, they are in fact a Japanese band. I guess that makes a lot of sense. I didn't really, no, maybe they're not. Fuck, whatever. Okay, so this opening song is incredible. I don't listen to any, like, OSTs ever for anything. Like, I love The Witcher and I love Halo, which are two video game things that have incredible music. And when I'm playing those games or whatever, the music being on is great, but I'm never going to go and, like, casually listen to it because that's just fucking stupid to me. Not stupid, but just not at all what I want to do. And then comes around Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 2. I fucking hate saying it, that's why. But it's intro, and holy shit, it bangs so hard. The only thing that does suck is it's kind of spoilery. The actual opening, not the song, of course. But yeah, it is a great song. I don't know if it was made directly for it. I feel like it might have been, or must have been. But it bangs hard, and it isn't a typical anime opening song at all. It feels like the fucking music I'd listen to in high school. No, junior high, maybe. I'm not so sure. But yeah, fucking A. Good shit. Alright. Guess that's enough about Attack on Titan. Oh my god, I can't wait for more. Holy shit. If I know where the manga is, I'm going to be pissed for a cliffhanger that I'm pretty sure is going to be coming in the next couple episodes. But like, oh, it's so good. Okay, next up. Sabikui Bisco, or whatever, Rust Eater Bisco. Weird. This is it's a strange one. The visual styling. So like, maybe visual styling is not correct. The world itself, it's pretty interesting. It's weird. I like the visual design. The concept behind it. This mushroom thing. It's real wacky. It's hard to explain, but like, there's this plague thing that's going on and infecting people. And there's this whole cast of characters that all have these, well, I guess not a whole cast of characters, but we're already being kind of walked into the path of some of these characters that are in some way related to or being affected by this rusting thing. And I think the episode ended up with our main fella, Bisco. I don't know what the pronunciation is, but we kind of ended up with that dude having kind of making his, I guess, appearance, I suppose. Basically, just kind of coming to the forefront. But he's this dude that like is seemingly a cause of this, or at least is in relation to it somehow. It's weird. It's this whole like infection thing that's going on, and it is an interesting look, and there's already some interesting corruption. And the panda-san is quite cool. Big fan of the panda. I don't actually know if panda-san is correct. I think I'm combining. Am I combining jujutsu? Shit, I think I am. Fuck. Whatever. The panda guy. I dig the panda guy. I like the sister of the panda guy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it so far. It's too early. Again, these are all going to be way too early to make tons of anything from. But conceptually, it's interesting. Visually, it's interesting. I'm intrigued by it all. I hope it can end up being good. I don't know. We'll have to see. We will have to see. How long is it slated to go? Does it have an episode count? It does not. Yeah, no episode count. It might be fucking forever. It seems like the kind of thing that has a shitload of content to it. Like this will never be finished type of deal. That's kind of the vibe that I immediately get, but maybe that's just my cynicism. The show's interesting though. You should really get that pronunciation down. We shall see. Dude, that fucking that is he the mayor? I think he's the mayor. That mayor's fucking, that shit's wacky. All right, let's go ahead and put that down, I guess, for now. Arifureta, weird one. So apparently, this is that show that had like horrific visuals last season, in the first season of it. Was it last? No, last year in the first season of it, whatever. Or no, wait, it might have been before last year. I can't recall. But yeah, apparently massively popular. Like so fucking popular to the point that it's got more financial backing this time around, which is funny because the LN was huge in a point that you would have expected there to be pretty significant money behind it. Apparently there wasn't. I don't know. It was a shitty show the first time around, and I actually haven't watched this episode. I'm going to be watching it probably after I record this, funny enough. Apparently it's pretty well received so far, which is good to hear, you know. I'm glad to hear about it. Basically the only reason I wanted to even talk about it, considering I haven't seen it yet, was all down to the fact that it has what is it? It has motherfucker. I'm blanking now. Shit. What am I thinking of? They did away with a lot of CGI. They kind of kicked out like a lot of the really shit looking CGI, at least so far. I think they may not have even done any. But yeah, they opted to do actual 2D animation and shit. So yeah, it looks a whole lot better from what I've already seen. I've only seen like screenshots. I haven't seen anything in action. But I don't know. It's one of those like shit harem shows or whatever the fuck. But like, ultimately, it's probably gonna be fine, I guess. I don't know. It's a thing I threw on without much care for personally at the start, and it's real like it's harem trashed shit. So if that's your thing, it's probably okay. I still don't like the main heroine, but I also hate lolly shit. So maybe it's just that part of it. Who knows? But all right, yeah, maybe it'll end up being good. I don't think anything will salvage how hideous that first season looked, though. I think that's pretty much guaranteed to always be remembered as visual garbage. All right. The strongest sage with the weakest crest. Fucking, I guess it's not an isekai. I guess it's like a time travel thing. Guy's gone. No, he's leapt forward. So I guess he's been reborn or some shit like that. I'm not so sure exactly. I don't know. There's this kid. He's 12. They fixated it heavily on him being 12. I don't know what that was about, but that was a thing. Entering a school, and he's got a shit. He's got a shit like, okay, how do I rank it? All right, so everybody in this world has magic that they can do, and there's crests that are relevant to like the power level, I guess you can say, of their magic. And so the whole tale is like this guy's magic crest is shit or whatever, but he's OP as fuck or something, and he's surpassed it, and it's gonna be that shit where like, oh, he's looked down upon because he doesn't have the credentials. Oh, but wait, he's actually strong. It's like that. Pretty common trope, I guess, but it seems like trash. It is trash. There's nothing more than that. It's trash. Don't even know why I threw it on. The characters aren't awful. At least like is she an assistant? Whatever. She might just be a friend character. I think it's Arma. Is that correct? I'm looking at like Mal or something. Yeah, I believe Arma. Yeah, Arma. Okay. I like her. She's kind of cool. The two, I'm going to say that they're the mains, but I guess they're probably all main characters. I don't know. The main dude is fine. Seems kind of... It's like a repetitive thing. It's going to be very repetitive, but it's probably fine. Visually, it's nothing special. The dude's so... Like, it's this kid who's so strong that the teachers are all getting taught by him. Oh yeah, he went to a school to go do this. Whatever. I don't know. It's some dumb shit. It's some dumb shit. Basically, it's just everybody going, "Oh fuck, this dude's so cool." Whoa. And then I don't know. There's demons, and a demon infiltrated the other school, and this type of magic casting is being not promoted, censored, I guess. The opposite of whatever. It's being like kind of like hush hush. The value of it's being kind of neglected because the demons that seemingly took over all of society or something. I don't know. Apparently, the demons recognize how good this type of magic casting is or something, so they have to kind of make it off to be like, oh, this is trash, nobody does this anymore, let's get people to stop doing that, that'll be our upper hand against the humans. I don't know, it's dumb shit, as you could probably guess by like even looking at the fucking, what's it called, the not like the teaser image, the title image, whatever, the cover, I guess. The cover is what I would usually kind of think here, but I don't think that's what you use. It just looks like garbage. It's garbage. I don't know. Might be fine to keep watching. It's just a thing to have on, personally. It's probably okay. All right, let's jump to another kind of different one. How about, a lot of these are second seasons. All right, let's go to a second season then. Okay. I'm an idiot. Only one of them are second season, or is a second season. What am I talking about? All right, let's not do that. Okay, The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt. Okay, let's go ahead and attack the fucking... I gave up on it before. Let's tackle the Japanese. All right, Tensai Oji no Akaji Koka Saisei Jutsu. Shit, I don't know why I'm ever trying to get the pronunciation for these down. I never will. Not the point though. Doesn't matter. Fuck it. Who cares? Holy shit. Okay. Actually interesting. I'm intrigued by the show. I'm genuinely into it. It's a comedy. Main character is not lax, not lazy, but like he's a dick. It's kind of like that thing. It sort of feels like it's kind of Konosuba-esque, I guess you could say, without trying to draw too many conclusions to a popular show, I suppose. I don't know, he gives off some kinds of vibes that Kazuma has from that show, so I guess it makes some sense. The main dude, whatever, he's been given the crown, his dad's sick, so he's taken the lead, and he now has to lead this nation, and he has no interest in doing so, and he's talking a big game because he doesn't want people to think he's a dickhead and to think that he's like just not capable of anything. But the second that they're not looking, he's immediately just like, oh, I was lying the whole time, we'll never make enough money, we're fucked, this is all over, I just need to get enough here to try to figure out a way to get this out of here and sell the whole thing off and not have to deal with any complication. The first episode drops, right, and immediately it's like, okay, I'm already digging the main dude. The dude's great. The main chick that, like, I don't know what her excuse me, I don't know what her affiliation is, but I guess she's like, I guess she's the co-lead. I don't know. It kind of like his main knight. Maybe it's supposed to be his princess. I don't fucking know. Whatever. But yeah, so her character's just like kind of not stone faced, but like, is stone faced the term? I don't know. She's like lax and just kind of ragging on him for being a dickhead. Is sort of the whole thing there. But yeah, in the first episode, it's a lot of shit that happens at once, right? First episode hits, immediately goes into a battle, immediately wins the battle, makes up, his commanding officers are all hype about this win, and they're like, okay, what do we do next? We have this opportunity to maybe to go after this nation that tried to fuck on our shit. What could we do to maybe get them back and try to get more of a win out of this? The main dude's immediately like, okay, well, I'm going to give them a task that's next to impossible for them to actually accomplish, and they'll recognize that and they'll go, okay, I guess we'll just have to retreat, because all he wants to do is retreat and stop doing what he's doing. And they all just decide that, yeah, that's what we wanted to do anyway. And the king, or sorry, my mistake, the prince was able to tell just by his own valor, I guess. I don't know. It was a fun thing of like, the dude just consistently fucking up, like trying to get out of the situation, but keeps winning. It was fun. It was cute. The main chick, Ninim, I don't know, is quite fun. I'm into it. I like the character. The meowing thing was weird, but whatever. There's meowing. It's just fun kind of looking at a shitty dude who doesn't want to win, continuously win, and just keep wanting it to just end. It's kind of intriguing. I'm into it. And I'm actually hoping to get a good bit more of it. And I guess a good jump from that show will be to go to a kind of similar one, how a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom, season 2. Into this show immediately again. It's kind of opened... Oh, fuck, wait, now I'm kind of confusing it with the last one. It's basically the same thing as the last one, but a competent and not self-deprecating and dickhead of a main character. But yeah, it kind of just leads into like, okay, the battle that plagued the last couple episodes, I think, like last 2 or 3, I think, episodes of the first season. It's over, and now we're doing like the victory lap. One of the dudes that was involved in the battle, like the prince or something from the opposing nation, has tried to get I forget what the lead... Oh, fuck. It probably says it here, doesn't it? Let me get the exact information. The Crown Princess and Commander of the Military of the Grand Chaos Empire. The Empire, that's the word I was looking for. Okay, so the shithead, or the prince that lost, right? Or, well, his dad lost, goes to the Empire or whatever, and tries to get the Empire to get his nation back. And the main dude has kind of devised a plan to make it so there's no way that the people will accept that. And then they kind of use it as a bargaining chip. And they basically just spend 10 minutes shitting on the prince just over and over and over again. And it was actually quite enjoyable. It was heavy politics for the first one. Not a whole lot beyond that. I think there's like a brief training scene or some shit like that. But yeah, it's that, then politics immediately after, with some casual banter. And it's fine. Nothing. It's not meant to be anything too crazy, but figured I'd at least chit chat about it because I'm into it. It's not too bad. Realist hero rebuilt the kingdom. I'm intrigued. I would like to get more of that. Could be decent. By the way, everything I have here, I guess I should probably fixate on, is all stuff that I'm either positive about or I'm going to continue watching. I guess I could try to bang out the shows that I'm definitely not positive about, but the ones that I spoke of at least before, these are all things that I'll probably continue watching. If that's any, like, not justification or confirmation, not what I'm looking for, but that's any means of, I don't know, understanding where I'm getting at. Kind of just want to touch on that quickly. I guess if we want to go and talk on that kind of thing, let's go ahead and talk about one of the shows that I'm watching that I don't really know what to think of. There's a show called Love of Kill. It is Kill Bill Light? No, not Kill Bill, fuck. Mr. and Mrs. Smith Light. That's what I was thinking of, type of deal. But the dude, okay, there's an assassin dude who I guess they're trying to make out to be a loving protagonist. I don't know how they're going to try to do a redemption arc, because they're sure to be going to. I don't know how they're going to do a redemption arc for, like, a fucking murderer, a mass murderer, but, like, well, I guess if I'm talking about shows that have mass murderers with redemption arcs, maybe I shouldn't just fixate on this one, but whatever. This Love of Kill show, there's this assassin, there's this, oh fuck, what's the girl supposed to be? Bounty hunter. There's this bounty hunter who is, I guess, looking for the assassin and trying to get the assassin. The assassin likes the bounty hunter. Yeah. Okay. The bounty hunter chick, her name's Chateau. I actually quite like her. She was interesting. She was intriguing. I like the kind of like, what's the word for it? she's kind of like disinterested and kind of antisocial, I guess, and I guess rude, I suppose. I don't know, but she seems fun. I like the character thus far. Kind of cool. The main dude though, Rangha Song, I guess. I think, right? That's the right order. I think English in the Sun. Wait, is that Korean? Is that a Korean name? Fuck, maybe it is. I don't know. Whatever. The main dude, the big bad assassin man that likes this chick. I don't know why. I don't want to feel like he's a good guy at all, you know? Like, that isn't at all the vibe I'm trying to give off, or I'm trying to have in the show. Maybe I'll have a changed opinion as we go on, possibly, sure, but like, I think in the first episode, it either showed or discussed a grand total of like 30 kills of his or some shit like that. Like, in 1 minute, they recount 12 kills that he had in a night, and then they show off this whole fucking I almost said montage of like all these other murders he's committing. And it's just like, that ends with like, oh, I want to take you out on a date. Why don't we hang out? And then he smells her. I don't know what the fuck. That's a thing. Love of kill. I don't know about that. I don't even know if it's like, apparently it's being well received. I don't know why. I don't get it, but I don't know. Maybe we'll continue on and I'll get into it a bit more. I don't know what that one dude is without the mouth. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know why they just didn't bother to give him one. Poor fella. All right, continuing on. Leadale no Daichi nite, or World of Leadale, I think. It is an isekai thing. Yeah, it's an isekai thing. I don't know. Okay, so the premise for this isekai is there's this girl who has been comatose for however long, and she's been kept alive on generators that somehow, or on this power system in this hospital that somehow failed and didn't have backup generators. So she's dead, I guess. Or is in an even more vegetative state. I think she was already in one, so I don't know how it got more. Whatever. She goes into the world of a game that she used to play, where she's the shit. And so far it's just a really, maybe calm isn't the word. I don't know. Calm is fitting. It's so far it's just like a nice little show where it's like this real OP character, I guess, kind of just existing in a world that's happening around her, which is common, I guess, when it comes to these types of things, sure. But I don't know, the character, like the character Kana is interesting enough. We only saw it briefly, but 2 episodes in, she has 3 kids, and I think I like all 3 of them. Not a whole lot has been done with them yet, but they're kind of neat. I'm intrigued to see how this whole thing can play out as well. It's probably just a little casual show, but I don't know. It was enjoyable, and hopefully it'll be decent enough to continue and have some sort of value for someone else to go and bang onto. So far, interesting. The final show, though, that I've got from that I got so far, at least, that has come out in winter 2022 would have to be My Dress Up Darling. Okay. So I don't know tons about this show, in all actuality. I do know that it was pretty hyped up for some reason. I'm not so sure why. What's it adapted from? It's adapted from a manga. It's pretty highly received. It only started in 2018. Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, okay. So there's this dude who his dad? Grandpa? Maybe grandpa. It might have been a grandfather. Is this, I guess somehow he's made this living where he just draws dolls and makes dolls. He's a doll maker, I believe. And he is, I guess, an aspiring one who is really into this one doll that he made. That part's fucking weird. But it is an interesting tale thus far where, okay, so the guy is like, this Gojo guy. Wait, no, it's the last name. Wakana. Okay, this Wakana dude is kind of dwelling on the fact that he likes stuff that other people aren't into, and he's kind of down on himself about it, and he's kind of a pushover or whatever. And this girl, married, I guess? Yeah, okay. Kitagawa, I guess you're... Oh, yeah, right. Japanese. Fuck, I should do the last name. Whatever. Kitagaya. This girl who I guess is kind of gal-esque, happens to have one offhanded comment that strikes the dude that's real nice, where it's like he should look out for himself or stand up for himself or some shit like that. I don't know. Some dumb shit. But yeah, he's kind of into that whole concept, and he's feeling good about it, whatever the fuck. Goes to school, or no, goes back home, is working on his fucking doll, breaks his sewing machine, uses the sewing machine in the school. The gal girl or whatever pops up and happens to see him, and it's like, oh no, what's going on? She knows all this about me or whatever, and oh shit, she's into it. Oh boy. The whole show is, I guess it's gonna be, is it a romance? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna be there. Apparently it's a romance. There it is, in fact, a romance. Holy shit, it's highly received. 8.35, and it's only had one episode. Okay, it's gonna be, alright, so he agrees to help her make her cosplays or some shit like that, and I think the cosplay, I think they teased at the end that the cosplays from some, like, this is gonna be a heavy exaggeration if I'm wrong, so if I'm wrong, fuck, but it was like, I think she wants to cosplay a character from some, like, gang fuck game or something. I don't know, or Dojin or something. Dojinsi. I never remember what that stuff is. But that's a whole thing with that. But yeah, so the guys agreed to help the girl with sewing this thing, and they're gonna form this bond through this, and then one of them's gonna realize they have feelings for the other, and by the end of the season it's gonna end with it going, okay, oh, and there's another girl that's probably gonna pop up that used to like the guy, found out about how he liked the doll thing, so she freaked out and moved away or something. Now she's gonna come back, and that's gonna be a whole focal point. And the gal chick's gonna bitch slap her, I think is what I'm gonna go with. And that's gonna be a huge thing. And they're gonna end the season with a tease to them getting a little closer, but they will not kiss. And they won't be in a couple, or wait, they won't kiss, and they won't be a couple. There you go. That'll be what I'll say for that. It's a random romance slice of life thing. The girl is cool. I like the girl. She's nice, visually interesting, good design all around, and seems like an enjoyable character. The guy's kind of fine too. Nothing wrong with him. The weird fixation on the doll is a lot, but like maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm missing the point because I'm judging him based off of what he likes. I don't know. It could be interesting, I guess. Again, it's so early to tell. Almost like I shouldn't be talking about the shows. But yeah, so Dress Up Darling, done. Could be cool. Excited for the next one. And that is all the shows that I'm currently watching that have actually had, or that have actually aired thus far. I guess we could briefly touch on, yeah, okay, so Paladin of the End, which I still have been really enjoying. I don't know why it's not that, or not much higher rated. It had its final episode, and I really dug it. It was very good. It was very good. I think it came out the same day. It might have came out the same day that Attack on Titan had its first episode, so maybe it just blew out of my mind a little bit. But it was a good closing fight. And the dude found out that he's like, he's a lord or something now. Some shit. I don't know. Kind of sets up for a second season that may or may not come. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I'm all for it. I dug the show. That was kind of nice. And I guess if we want to go and talk about other shows that had come out that I did not watch, I could do a brief bit of that, or at least that I tried and I thought were fucking dumb and I didn't want to keep watching or something. Okay, I know there's one. There was one that I wanted to fixate on. What the fuck was that? Damn it. Oh, no, now it's gonna be gone from my head. There's a show called Orient, which could have been interesting, but it seems like it's kind of bland thus far. Is it Genso Sengokushi? I think that's right. Oh yeah, okay. So I guess it's probably the only one that I'm really all that keen on that's not gonna end up being any good from the ones that I kind of looked at and watched or whatever. Is it Chinese? Is it just based in China or is it Chinese developed too? It's based off of a game. Producers. No, I don't think it's actually Chinese. Okay, I thought it was Chinese, funny enough. I think it's called oh fuck. Let's try this. Huang Shang Huan Shang or no, Huan Shang, there it is. Sengozi? Or Sengoji, I think is how you do that. I'm not so sure. Fantasia Sango Realm of Legends. Could be okay in all honesty, but I found it bland off the hop. I kind of like this Uki character. Oki. Yeah, Yingji, I guess. I don't know, Yingchi. Ji? I don't know Chinese names. I'm terrible with them. I think it's supposed to be based off of like oh yeah, okay, so it's based off of like kingdoms during a kingdoms period in China. So it's probably just like real good shit for those that are into historical Chinese stuff, but I don't know a fucking thing about it. And it isn't well received either, so I imagine no one really cares too much. But that's one of the other things that did kind of intrigue me, I guess, but I didn't end up doing anything with, so I put that down. Beyond that, all we have is stuff that hasn't yet aired, and oh my god, there's actually quite a fucking bit. Holy shit. Okay, so what is supposed to... Oh, you know what? I was talking about it with the idea that these things were all actually, in fact, coming out in this season, and I don't know if they are. I think I mentioned even, Chainsaw Man, and I thought that they were coming out. I thought it was coming out in fucking winter 2022, and none of them are. Okay, well, I had a ton of shows in mind that literally are not coming out anytime soon. Fuck. Okay, well, I guess that's all I can talk about when it comes to the new shows then, I suppose, unless there's anything else that did fucking catch my eye. Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't talk about Demon Slayer. Okay, so they showed Big Titty Nezuko. That was weird. I don't know what happened there. That was kind of a whole thing that really caught me off guard. I thought that was quite wacky, but I don't know. The holy shit, the last episode that came out, apart from the Big Titty thing, beautifully fucking done. Holy shit. And seeing oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? How have I just forgotten the main character's fucking name? Oh shit. What's his name? Why can't I remember it? No, I'm gonna feel like such an idiot. What's his name? Oh no. Why can't I remember? Fuck. I have to go look it up now. I need to know. I need to know his name. I can't not have his name be talked about during the fucking thing. Come on. Oh, it's right there. Why am I looking up the name? What am I thinking? Come on, baby. Tanjiro. There we are. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Okay. Holy shit. They did such a good job on this latest fight that he had. It's kind of like, it looked like he was about to deal a finishing blow type of deal, and then he got stopped by, is it supposed to be the soul of... It's not supposed to be the soul of somebody, it's supposed to be just something in his head, rather, I think. Anywho, he gets stopped after he goes in this, like, crazy sequence of just incredible fighting and shit. It was genuinely very intriguing. I dug it quite some. It was some good shit. And I honestly don't know. I don't know how the next episode's going to top it, because it's still... Well, no, I guess I do. It's going to lead into how this fight's going to go on with Big Titty. I suppose. And probably, if I'm going to guess, probably a death of the bad... I don't know what I want to say here. I'm kind of just... I'm shooting in the dark here. I'm not so sure. But I'm excited for the next bit of it. It has been so well done visually. And the situations at hand have been pretty impressive too. Bitch got stronger, wiped out a shitload of innocent people, and it was actually like a heavy moment. And if you're not one to be attached to the severity of a situation in a show, and you can't put yourself not in the situation itself, but you can't sit back and take in, holy shit, this is the whole thing that's happening. If you can't do that, then maybe you're missing out on a bit of the value. But fuck, it was good. It was very good. I'm thoroughly enjoying the return of Demon Slayer, and I cannot wait for more, of course. Albeit, yeah, sure, it's not a new show, I guess, but it fucking bangs. It's so good. It is so good. And all right, so I guess I could do a brief, quick look on other things that haven't launched yet. Sasaki to Miyano, I haven't watched that. It's a boys' love thing, which is fine. Apparently it's being pretty well seen, or pretty well received, my mistake. So that's quite nice. That Orient show I kind of talked about a little bit, not my thing. Apparently it's meh. Tokyo 24 kind of caught the eye. I don't know if it's going to be anything good, but it was in there, I suppose. And then, there was this futsal thing that I was actually intrigued. That was the one I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about this futsal thing. Thought I could end up being decent. Apparently it's pretty shit, which is a shame. Futsal is, you can kind of call it beach soccer, I guess, if you don't know what the sport is. And it's super fucking fun. I've only played it a little bit. And I guess it probably wouldn't even be called futsal, what I've played, but it's actually quite the intriguing watch to see a genuine game of it played. So getting the opportunity to see an animated version of it was quite intriguing to me, and I was excited, but apparently it's shit. So, meh. But that about does it for everything that is going on with, that about does it with everything that's going on for the new shows. A lot of good stuff to be looking forward to. I really do want to see what that Genius Prince show can end up doing. If it ends up being as good as it, I think, is going to be. Also, excuse me while I try to be able to breathe through my nose. Fuck. But yeah, so if that show can end up paying off, I'm gonna be hype as fuck. A lot of the other shows, that Bisco show could be good. Just a lot of just waiting it out and just being hype about the things that we have so far. I'm intrigued. I'm excited. Not a bad start to the season. Only a couple episodes of things are even going to be out for the next while, of course, but I'm digging it so far. Here's hoping we can have a good rest of the fucking thing. Okay, so that does it for that part of it. I guess the next thing that I should do, if I'm going to have some sort of I don't know if it isn't particularly a topic, but I guess if I have to do anything, I should probably talk about something that I have been watching, or that I did go watch, that wasn't a part of the season, wasn't a part of anything of relevance at all, and should never have even come up in this year, decade, what have you. I was watching a podcast recently, because I've been bored as shit, because I've not had internet that works for however long. I was watching a podcast recently, right? And they talked about this show. They were talking about death game shows. So if you think your Batum, if you want to talk anime type of stuff, you think first half of the first season of Sword Art Online, that kind of shit. I guess more so on the Batum side of things. There's a lot of ideas like that exist. And it wasn't an awful genre. I was kind of into the concept of it. So they happened to bring up that there's this show that is kind of in that vein that they watched that they thought was shit. And for some reason, my mind immediately went to the idea of, they think it's trash, or at least someone thought it was trash, whatever. I should go watch that. I don't know why. I don't know what made me watch it. They mentioned it, and the topic at hand was I'm bored. I've never heard of it. Could be an interesting thing to watch. I don't know. Maybe fucking part 3 of my podcast is going to be where I do my deep dive onto the grand, incredible show known as Osama Game the Animation King's Game. So, okay. If you go look up a show called King's Game, you might even need more information than that. It aired in 2017. King's Game. It's got a 5.01 on my anime list, with not many people that watched it. Yeah, don't know why I decided to go watch this thing, but the concept of it is there's this dude. Okay, now there's this text that this entire classroom is getting, where it's like there's this thing that's done in Japan, or in Japanese schools, I guess, where it's this game called the King's Game. I don't know, a bunch of people sit around a table and they all pull a stick, and one of them gets the one that's a king, and they say to you bang that one or something, I don't know, whatever, some shit like that. But yeah, so they get this whole class gets this text where it's like, okay, we're gonna start off like this person needs to kiss this person. Immediately the whole class is thinking like, okay, this dude, he was kind of like a loner dude, whatever the fuck. We've been trying to warm him up or whatever. There's this girl that is around him a lot. Maybe he's doing this weird shit where he's like, okay, I need to get people to understand me here. Or I need to kind of make this fly under the radar. I want to kiss the bitch or something. I don't know. So the whole class has kind of conceived this idea that, oh shit, maybe the dude, or that maybe the dude is doing some weird shit or whatever, just being some cringy asshole. But the dude, the cringy asshole, which I guess I should go for his name, Nobuaki? Kanazawa? Let's do the fucking last names. Let's be good. Kanazawa. So this dude is telling the whole class, like, okay, fuck, I know about this thing. I'm not going to say why I know about this thing yet, because it's only the first episode. But he's trying to convince the class, like, all right, I'm busting the door down. Guys, I'm sorry. I really got to point this out immediately. This is legit. We have to do this or else. And he leaves it real fucking vague. And everyone's just like, fucking... Because what else would they be like? Obviously, right? So the girl character, who is kind of like warming up to the dude, the time is winding down. No one believes the guy or whatever. The guy's kind of like fucking about, and he's kind of like, it almost looks like he's doing his last, I don't know, he's just having his final time almost. It's weird. What could that all mean? But yeah, so he's like kind of having this final time or whatever. And the girl runs into him, and he's thinking like, oh shit, it's got to happen by the end of the day. The clocks, I don't know why I did an old phone to look at my phone for a sec. Jesus. Guy looks at his phone. He's like, oh shit, the time is running out or whatever. This could be it. This is all. And the girl goes in to kiss him, but he thinks that he's in the clear or something like that. He thinks he's gone past the time, so he's fine. But turns out she did it in time. And now everybody's getting texts saying to do the next part of it. And now the whole class is like, what's going on here? What's all this shit? Why is nobody, why is this going on? And then the dude realizes, oh shit, the game is on. Quick, we have to make sure everybody, I think there's like another text comes in like, don't go to sleep or some shit like that, or else you'll die. I don't know. I've got to jump on the gun. But like, they get another text or whatever, and the guy's immediately going out and being like, make sure everybody is staying safe. Go and check on everybody and call everybody to go meet at this playground or some shit like that. I don't know. So they go and round up a bunch of people. The main guy finds a dead classmate and a nearly dead classmate. Turns out whole class is a part of this Death King's game, and they're still thinking like, oh shit, what did this guy do? Why are all these people dying and this guy knows so much about it? What's going on? Class is starting to turn on him. People start attacking him. A bunch of dudes die. Or like a dude pops up and blows up into a puddle of blood, flies all over the place, and it's everyone. Oh, the whole class is freaking out. Whoa. And then it's revealed the King's Game is a death game, and everybody's dying. Motherfucker, it's crazy here, dude. You fucking I don't know. Okay, so yeah, episode 1 ends Turns out this is legit. Holy shit, what's going on? Turns out that girl also knows about this game for some reason or some shit. Fucking switches on a dime. Now she's fucking crazy. And now she's trying to get the main guy killed and some shit like that. Basically, it's this whole thing of like, it was quite the way to lead into it, but yeah. So this classroom gets this King's Game thing going on. They're all being sent this message from this mysterious person they don't know shit about. They get to a point where they understand and accept, okay, this is legit, we need to do this shit, and we need to play by these rules to make sure this all goes right. Like, some of the tasks end up being things like kiss this person or some shit like that, lick this person's foot or something like that. These people need to bang, which was, I don't know, it seemed to have like no relevance to anything. I guess it was just meant to be like, these are the crazy things that could be said in the King's Game shit, whatever the fuck. But yeah, so like 2 people need to bang. This person needs to grope this person, and this person needs to get rid of everything that they love. And then there's other ones that don't end up being resolved, and they don't go into much detail on or some shit like that. So like, they have this introductory period where a bunch of people die by just not participating. Then these people are participating in the game. And like there's a bunch of people doing all this shit. These 2 people bang. One of them's that chick that goes fucking crazy. that turns or whatever because she knows something. Ooh. Basically there's this whole fucking cast of characters that are going through this game and are being fed to the slaughter, I guess. And they're all having to battle it out because they all need to try to survive it. And they end up kind of forming these factions where the crazy chick, she's pissed off a lot of people. And she's got one person in her corner, and that's it. Everybody else is either on their own or they're against her because she's fucking crazy. Because turns out, yeah, she's fucking led to numerous people dying and tried to murder numerous other people in front of everybody, which, terrible strategy. Feel like she could have probably gone for a more, not nuanced, but more calm attempt at doing this, because it kind of gave away the intentions a little bit. But yeah, so it's just a shit show that, like, the death game thing was interesting. And the tasks being asked initially were like, oh, it's wacky stuff. And now we go on, and now there's this game of like, oh, you have to sacrifice fingers and shit like that to maybe kill or save people. And there's all these, and then there ends up being one where they have to like, okay, you need to reach this point or some shit like that. We can talk about that part later, I guess. But basically, the main dude was a part of this game before. And that main girl, the one that turned also a part of the game before. So these 2 people end up having this information that all these other people don't. And they end up kind of utilizing that. The guy kind of forms a faction of his own, all women, pretty much. Because that's how that shit goes. It's kind of harem-y, I guess. You could say, maybe not really harem-y, but like, wait, it's not even all women. What am I thinking of? Whatever. He's just a good dude in general, to his classmates and trying to get all these people on his side. All shit like that. Whatever. Okay, here's the deal with this show. I don't get why it was so panned, because, like, it's shit, sure, but you know what you're getting into. I don't know why anybody would ever be like, oh, fuck, this was a terrible representation of this game or this type of story or some shit like that. It was fine. It was totally fine. Like, it wasn't awful. It was, like, basically every character, depending on the role that they played, be it like, oh, there's the bad guy, bad girl, bad person, who knows, who's unsure, this person's losing it, this one has this, she can't shake this friendship and it's warping her mind and stuff like that. Crazy shit like that is all going on. The premises to what people are having to do and how they're being led to these positions are all genuinely intriguing. I really did enjoy the show, and I don't get why it was so shit on. The only thing that I can say was annoying is, like, half the show is focusing on a flashback. So half the show ends up being, maybe a quarter of the show, maybe a third, is the main guy's like, it's a look at the main guy's first game that he won, or he got out of in some way. I guess it doesn't insinuate directly that he won immediately, but like, he's won this first game, and he had to go through this whole thing where like people were all going around or dying around him, and people he loved and cared for were all going away, and he would do all these things to try to help and try to make things work and try to make it all go well, and it was falling apart, and he lost the love of his life and shit like that. Who I think might be related. Oh yeah, it is. She is related to the. Yeah, they are related, right? So the love of his life chick ends up actually ending up being the sister of the other girl who's participated in the game, and that ends up being a thing that they immediately throw away. Immediately throw away. Which, yeah, pretty. Wait, was that not? Oh, right. Yeah, that's the thing I wanted to fucking talk about. Fuck, I forgot about that part. Jesus. God damn it. Okay. So yeah, it's this whole thing where like, there's all these people that have to either be taking parts in these acts that they wouldn't want to take part of, or they're being like, maybe they want to stave off of it, but then they're forced into the situation or whatever. One of the things that did lead me into the show, and it was kind of wild to think about, but like, the main character demands that, so like, if you don't participate in the game, you die, and if you fail the task, you die, or whatever like that, right? So like, in the first game, the main dude's girlfriend had to bang a dude, and the dude was like, I can't do it to my boy. So the main guy like decks the dude and tells him to stop being a pussy. And I think it's not. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. He like violently attacks the guy to make the guy bang the girl. And the girl, I think, is agreeing with it too. It's fucking wild. I don't know. But like, that's a whole focus of the fucking thing. It's crazy shit. I don't know. The whole plot with like the guy's first game, I kind of wish wasn't there, because it was kind of stupid. Bits like that existed in it, I guess. That's a thing. So I guess that's kind of intriguing, I suppose you could say. But ultimately, it was kind of irrelevant to the story. The one girl did have relevance to the story, like the fucking platinum haired one or whatever, from the first guy's game, his first class or whatever. She has a fixation on it, and that's involved. But like, I guess you could have cut out everything else and it would have been fine. Ultimately, and they could have just gone on with the story and then just focused more on the game itself that was taking place at the current time, because it kind of like, they shelve that a little bit and then focus on the past game. Kind of shitty. And if they hadn't done that, I bet it would have been a little bit better, because the way it concludes, it does this whole thing where like, there's all these like turning points and stabbing in the back and all this shit, and like this stuff where that antagonist chick, she is like really fucking shit up, and they end up kind of closing the game out in kind of a stupid way. And maybe it was actually supposed to go this way anyhow. It didn't particularly feel rushed exactly, but people start dropping like flies at the end, where there was almost no death in the middle, 1-2 people, whatever, and then like 7 or 8 people die in 2 episodes, or like in 1 episode, or some shit like that. It's just, they just start fucking wiping them out immediately, bang, 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 just going over and over. And it was kind of dumb, that part of it. But, oh, and that was another part of it. So in those final episodes, they end up shoehorning in this fixation where, or not this fixation, they shoehorn in a relationship between Matsumoto, one of the characters, the lady character, and the main dude, who ends up falling, like, she falls in love with the guy, whatever. And they didn't really get to explore it too much, I guess. It just kind of happened after he was sacrificing himself to allow the chick to maybe be able to survive, because it looked like she wouldn't make it without his sacrifice or whatever. Shit like that kind of goes on. And I honestly quite liked the girl. Like, I kind of dug that. Although it did kind of feel shoehorned in. But yeah, so the whole thing goes on. All these fucking people are getting wiped out. There's so many. If I could focus on anything from the beginning bits or middle bits, whatever, I guess I could talk about the one part where, like, the sacrificing fingers thing. One of the dudes convinces the whole class or whatever, like X amount of people in the class, to all not sacrifice anything, and then he's going to sacrifice something to try to kill the guy, or the antagonist girl, the crazy chick. These two people banged, by the way. And she definitely, like, she forced herself on the guy. Kind of fucked. A lot of forcing on in this show. That was kind of wacky. Ugh. Nevertheless. That whole thing, it's like, it was actually quite well done. The just fucking sacrificing fingers, just snapping them bit by bit, and then smashing a hand with a rock. It was pretty badass, actually. It wasn't a bad way to have a lot of that go on. It ended up being useless because the dude's plan backfired. They, like, the girl fucking convinces this other girl to do, well, actually no, force this other girl to sacrifice her hand, which seems like it shouldn't have been a part of the game. But whatever. And ultimately the guy just died immediately after because the phone number got blocked on his phone somehow. The chick did it. It was a whole thing. Weird. But yeah, so the whole thing goes on. All these people are going on. They're all dying, whatever the fuck, right? Main dude is he's busting his ass trying to save as many people as he can because he has this hope of trying to let as many people live as possible. A lot of people don't end up making it to that. They get to this final point. Where there's 5 people total left. No. Yeah, 5 people total left. One dude who's lost his fucking mind. One chick who's lost her fucking mind. The main dude, the girl that fell for the dude, and the crazy antagonist bitch, crazy chick. Only 5 people are left. The final game is they need to make, I think the task is they need to make a puppet of everybody's limbs or some shit like that. So the dude who's lost it immediately is like, all right, I'm going to crack the dude, like this guy I'm really fond of. I'm going to crack this guy in the back of the head so we can start our puppet because I've fucking gone crazy. Other chick who's gone crazy goes immediately after the antagonist chick because she now knows for sure that the antagonist chick killed the person that she liked or whatever. I don't know exactly who it was. Doesn't work out. Crazy chick's dead. Crazy guy also dead. Chainsaw starts getting fucking going wacky. I think the dude's halved and the chick I think loses her head, maybe? I'm not so sure exactly how she dies. It's real gruesome, the whole show, of course, but like, this is a chainsaw slicing people in half and yanking off limbs and shit. Ends up coming down to like the main dude, the antagonist chick, and the chick that fell for the dude are the final 3. And the two obvious, the duo, obvious duo, is like, okay, for some reason we're still in this mindset of we need to work together, you crazy bitch, and they're trying to make the antagonist chick not fucking kill them, I guess, and convince her to partner with them and try to make it out without it being trying to make it out of the game without anyone else having to die, which makes no sense at this point in time, but whatever. So they end up doing this thing where they're trying to get her to agree. She's not agreeing. Main chick, antagonist chick, decks the fuck out of the other bitch like immediately. And then I think the whole, like, she takes out the other chick, and the guy is kind of just like, he's just kind of waiting. He's just kind of sat there like, all right, let me just see how this plays out. I'm not going to go for it because I'm the bigger man, and immediately is being choked out by the chick. So the other chick tries to save the guy and takes a chainsaw to the back of the crazy bitch. And it's like, oh my god, the chick is like, okay, the chick who fell for the dude is like, oh shit, I thought I lost you, holy shit, I'm so glad I saved you. Other chick turns out wasn't dead, chainsaw to the back, did nothing, and apparently she's just impervious to chainsaws. Stands up with a chainsaw, revs it again, and swings it backward with herself. I don't know what it's like. The positioning is like, okay, guy's facing forward, girl is coming in from the side, and so her action is a spinning backward thing where it's like she is looking forward and is just ahead of the guy looking forward. So like, I don't know what the hell the positioning is, but she does a spin move thing and she hits him in the neck with the chainsaw, and she topples over, he topples over. She looks at the guy one last time and, whoa, the guy looks like this dude that I loved in my game. No way. And then she dies happy. The good thing that the antagonist ended up nice and good. That's cool. Glad that she got a happy ending in that. So she's dead. And the dude that fell for the chick, or the chick that fell for the dude. Oh, I missed a part. Fuck. The chick that fell for the dude is like, oh my god, it's all over. I can't believe it. This is terrible. I'm so sad. Tells the guy that she loves him or something like that, and he's dead. The whole thing, I remember now, the whole point of why they were trying to team up. Oh, that's what it was, right? Okay, so when it was the final three, they came to the realization with all these clues that they ended up getting along the way, and whatever, they put the situation together. Maybe it was before it was the three. Maybe it was when they were the five. Whatever. They put the situation together and they've realized the game will continue on past our lives if we don't die together. We need to die with the game. All of us need to go or else the game will spread. So they're kind of like talking about how to make that whole thing work, I guess. And then all the like, chick tries to kill the guy. Chick kills, or tries to kill the chick. Other chick gets up and fucking does the weird spinning back thing and into the guy's neck. So it was a kind of cute little, a kind of nice conclusion there a little bit with the girl finally getting to admit feelings or whatever the fuck. Somehow drags the guy, they were on like a mountain, somehow drags the guy's corpse to a beach and then kisses the guy who's dead, who she dragged to the beach somehow, and then walks into the ocean and drowns herself, with the idea of, I'm ending this now and I'm so sad about this whole thing. Also, fun fact, that chick, she was the one that got that task that was like, you have to get rid of everything you love. So she, it cuts to her, after she has killed her dad, mom, and brother, which is a horrifying fucking scene. It's pretty fucking, like, crazy to look at. And then they have the same where like the dog comes up and apparently the dog sees and walks up to her and she realizes, oh, I've got to kill the dog. She kills the fucking dog as well. And then she's fine. Everything she loved and held dear is dead and gone. She got rid of it. So pretty fucked. Pretty fucking insane. Honestly, the show ends. I guess I could fix it on it too. It ends with the to be concluded. Or wait, no. Wait. See you next time? What am I looking for? There's more. She didn't succeed in ending the game. It didn't work. So the game continues and a new cast of people are going to be taken into this death game. Whoa, bum, bum, bum. Stay tuned for season 2. It's been a long time. That show's never getting a season 2. Honestly, a weird thing to even have a discussion on. A weird show to have even brought up. Like, a show from 2017 that nobody's ever cared about. Ever. Called King's Game is a thing that I decided I wanted to talk about for the last, I think, last half of this podcast. So I hope you enjoyed that chat. It was a watch, to say the least. Honestly, I'd say watch it. It wasn't awful. It wasn't awful. I don't know why it's so poorly received. Like, it's shit. Sure, it's shit. But, like, was it so shit that, like, it couldn't be enjoyed at all? That just seems unreasonable. I think that should have been ignored. I think it's okay to watch, but it's shit. And I guess before I close out, that was a fun topic. I guess before I close out, there's one other thing I could quickly talk about in relation to things like this. So there's a show that I really love that I maybe will talk about next episode, possibly, called White Album 2. Really good show based off of a game not really related to the first White Album. It's a whole thing, but like it's based off a visual novel. Anime covers the intro of the visual novel, pretty much. I like the show. It's been one of my favorite shows for the entirety of me watching anime. I fucking love this show. It's very good. It fucks me up each time. This whole fucking thing ends up coming back to my mind because I think like, oh, I maybe want to have a talk about this show, possibly. I kind of want to talk about this show on the podcast thing. Maybe I should try to rewatch the show. I ended up rewatching the show to the halfway point because it deviates to another kind of spot in the story, I guess, that way. But like, I watched to the halfway point, put it down for a little bit, but like, I get to that point and I'm like, holy shit, that was great. This is great. Let me look up the show again quick fast. Let me look it up on Google quick. I'm kind of curious about stuff like that because I remembered about this game that existed that I've thought, oh, I should try that one day, but it's never had a full English fan translation. It's been re-released once or twice, I think, but it doesn't have a translation for it, which is like, that's shit, whatever. Turns out, I somehow missed that this fucking show, or this game, got a full fan translation in December, at the end of December 2021. The team involved launched it. They released it, and apparently it's really fucking good. So I have been trying to find a way to acquire this fucking thing. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of fucking money. It genuinely is like way more cash than I expected to put down for a fucking visual novel. But I think I'm going to have to put down that cash on a visual novel, and I think I'm going to have to play a goddamn visual novel. I've only done that one time. I played Doki Doki Literature Club. That was my first visual novel experience and first anime game thing I ever played. And you know what? It was really fucking good, but a different kind of game. White Album 2, I'm going to have to fucking play that. So maybe next time I get to talk about that, possibly. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that was a whole thing. And trying to find out where I could buy that has been a shit show because I can only buy it from really obscure sites that I've never heard of. They're only in Japanese, so I'm fucked. And I'm just going to have to fucking leap of faith and use some PayPal. Hopefully it goes well. But that's a whole thing. Anywho, that, while it had a little bit of a tangent, a tiny bit of one, I guess, in that segment more so, I guess not a tangent, but whatever the case, that was Weeb Things episode 3. Quite different from the first two, of course. Obviously, I'm not looking over, I'm not recapping or looking forward to the huge cast of shit that I can go watch or whatever, right? Definitely a more tame experience, but a lot of good stuff had come out so far. Winter 2022 is good so far. I'm digging it. I probably have to add more to my repertoire. But I'm thoroughly enjoying what I've got in that list so far, except for that weird assassin thing. I don't know about that shit. But yeah, I'm digging it. Hopefully that was a decent rundown. Hopefully you enjoy, and hopefully I can get a good bit more for the next one. Maybe next time I do tackle that White Album 2 thing. And maybe next time I froth more at the mouth for Attack on Titan. We shall see. But yeah, that has been Weeb Things. I have been Cedric. Thank you for watching. If you want, I suppose, you can find me on Twitter, STOOPAD. Someone took my goddamn name. Find me on Twitch, STOOPAD_U. YouTube, youtube.com/STOOPADU, I believe. And what's another one? Oh yeah, and then I guess free game findings. Just Google that. It's my subreddit. It's good. But yeah, that's been fun. I've been Cedric or Stupid You or whatever the fuck, and I hope you had a good time. More Attack on Titan straight into my veins. And apparently King's Game isn't all that bad. It's shit, but still watch it maybe. I don't know. Alright, thank you for watching. Have a great day. And tell the next one. More weeb shit. Wait, no, I couldn't use that title. Don't use that.